We are returning to the reckoning without Paladin and without Gabranth. Because despite the synergy bias that this stage offers, you don't need them to beat this. You don't even need their calls. And this team kind of has everything you need to take these guys out. So we have all kinds of launching for the second wave between Keiss and Ramza. And we have Arciela to deal with the orb here because you have to inflict 2 debuffs, which she does with skill 2. And she just shuts down those flame masks. They cannot move with her around. It's pretty sweet. You'll see that when we get there. This is awkward timing that I'm doing this now because it's either tonight or tomorrow. I think it's tonight actually. That the long-awaited Start Dash banner is returning with LD boards for Cloud, Squall, and Lightning. I know a lot of people who haven't beat this are planning on just coming back with some of those characters now that they're amped up. And maybe I'm wrong about this, maybe this won't age well, but I'll just say it anyway. I'm not sure how much that's going to help. It'll help with damage output, especially Squall's Burst. I mean, of course it will, but none of those characters, aside from Cloud, really deals with any of the mechanics for this fight. None of them can insta-break. Cloud can launch, but that's about it. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm happy to be wrong about that. In fact, I hope I am. I hope that people have success returning here with LD boards for those characters. But the point is, I don't think it's that simple as just, hey, I got LD boards, let's go. No, there's still some pretty crippling mechanics in this fight that you have to deal with. Something I learned about this, though, I think we'll see it in a little bit, unless we did it already. I don't even remember because I was talking, but when these things get into this Aqua Power stance, and they make you hit ones, unless you break them, it's not just Brave damage resistance that they have, it's also massive HP damage reduction. If it didn't happen already, I think it already happened, but Keiss went in with an HP attack, and he had like 21k or something, and he batteries on that too. But the hit only came out at like 13k. So that's like half. Hell, probably more, because the battery on there. I don't know, maybe someone knows the exact percentage, but hey, look at the splash. See what I mean? That's supposed to be 70% splash. That was 26, so yeah, cuts the damage in half. Alright. But luckily, we have this. See, look. Yeah, that cuts the damage a lot. But he's broken now, so it's not really anything to worry about. I also waited on using Arciela's LD. I didn't use it at all in this entire wave. Because it can put you in a bad spot. Although it will prevent them from gaining the Brave, which is great, it also means that you hit ones and your HP damage is awful until they decide to get some Brave that you can break, which is not good. It really just kind of slows down the momentum. So instead I opted to just wait until the second wave to use Arciela's LD, so we could really bring the damage. I don't remember if I utilized, it probably happened already, I just didn't see. Keiss's Brave attack mid-air. I think I just shouted to break him. And the Jack Call, oh, the Jack Call too. There's a reason I used it here and not in the next wave. I used it here for 2 reasons. One, it's an extra insta-break so Ramza can hang on to a shout. And 2, debuff management. Because, I won't lie, this isn't the first time I did this. I tried it the first time, and it was going really well. Until I know, okay, because I saved the Jack Call for the second wave. So I'm like, okay, we can really just up our damage. But that put on one too many debuffs, and they were just stacked with frame debuffs, which means I couldn't silence the masks. And even despite that, I got them to like, it was like a little under 30% on each of them without the use of silence. See, look at that reduction. That's pretty bad. But anyway, yeah, I got them down quite a bit, but then I got to a point where I'm like, alright, I cannot hold them off anymore. They're gonna kill us. But then I tried again, which is what you're seeing here, saving the Arciela LD. No, I am jumbling over what I'm saying. Saving the Arciela LD and the Jack Call, and it worked out really well. This has battery, but oof, oof. Yeah, see, not much. Just get broken. I don't want to deal with this. Perfect. See, already Ramza has one shout left, which isn't great, but it's not the end of the world. I'm also saving 2 of his LDs for the final wave to time the launches properly, because Ramza is really good for those situations when, especially if you keep their health even, which I kind of didn't, but I mentioned this before, but let's say you're talking about the 79% threshold, the first time they go into that healing. If you save it, even if just one of them is there, say one of them is at 80 and the other one's at 79, that means one of them has the healing. You can Ramza LD and launch the one with 79 so you get rid of that healing. That triggers the healing on the other one because it brings his health under 79. And then the next person can just launch them. So you only have to deal with 2 turns of their healing, which is really, really good. And then you have Keiss for just a failsafe, basically. So I'm looking at this situation. He is silenced, so it's not like that's going to kill us, but I'm looking at that orb, and I'm realizing we're going to need as many Arciela skill 2s as possible when we go into the last wave, so we could just stay here and keep trying to stall with that, but that might not be the best situation, so we have to kill these guys right now, so we're going to just burst. We unfortunately... I also never applied Keiss's LD here, either. I figured since the launches are going to be more important in the next wave, we'll save all that juice for the masks. And it ended up paying off. We could have done more damage in here if Brave Leap was active, but it's okay. We're still hitting them hard. Look at this. Keiss and launchers, man. Completely busted. Not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Given the situation we were put in. Okay, they have to die. So Pinello, help us out. Hit them both, please. Yeah, I brought her because, one, as I mentioned before, I didn't want a call with another debuff because that would completely screw us over. And 2, we needed some more healing. I mean, Arciela can do it, but having Pinello there just made it even easier to kind of regenerate. Okay, here we go. Speaking of easy, I don't know how much I even want to get into this topic, because I'll be honest, I'm totally sick of it. The whole, is this stage easy? Is it not easy? Wow. Is it easy? Is it not easy? And people just fighting about it. I kind of want both sides to just shut up, to be honest with you. I'm kind of just really sick of the whole discussion. And I know that sounds hypocritical because I've engaged in it before in the past, but I don't know. It just kind of seems like the joke is dead. The fight's getting old. And I think that both sides are acting ridiculous, to be honest. I think that to run around and pretend like one of the hardest stages we've ever seen, one of the most restrictive stages we've ever seen, which is this, is easy, is just foolish. But on the other hand, I do kind of think it's a matter of opinion in a certain sense, because, okay, just a quick example. I wasn't expecting this when I originally did these videos and did these stages. Crucible 2 with the turtles. My experience with that, because the team I brought was, if you didn't see it, it was Cloud, Keiss, and Dark Knight Cecil, which is the perfect setup for that stage. Like, 90% of the turns are getting launched, so you don't have to worry about the orb. There's plenty of delay, HP damage up. It was beautiful. And this is not a flex, okay? I'm just trying to make a point here. I managed to beat that stage in 25 turns, and I didn't break a sweat doing it. Like, it was, in my experience, it was by far the easiest part of Transcendence Tier 1. But then I talked to other people after I made those videos, and I've seen some people saying that they hated the turtles more than they hated the masks. That they had a tougher time with that. Now, I don't relate to that whatsoever. I had a much easier time with the turtles. In fact, you can hear it in the commentary of that video if you go watch it. I'm so bored. In the video, like doing the commentary, like I don't even know what to say. because everything's just melting. It was like, okay, is there much need to even explain the strategy? Like, everything's just kind of flying all over the place and dying. So let's talk about something else. That's kind of where I was going with it. Now, does that make me right and them wrong? No, it just means that we have different experiences with the stage. So I don't think that, I don't know. I would feel weird if someone were to tell me you have no right to say that you thought that stage was easy. Well, fuck you. Yes, I do, because that's exactly how I felt about it when I was doing it. So I don't know. I kind of go back and forth with that. Anyway, back to the fight. I'm done rambling. So what I'm trying to do here is, okay, I used that Ramza EX on the one on the left, even though I had a launch op, so that we could trigger his healing and still have that launch set up. See? So although this will not do as much damage as if Ramza were to launch it with the EX, it doesn't matter. See, this state, it's weird if you're used to doing launch stuff. You kind of have to hold off on it. Because yes, you can do really big damage right now, but then they're just going to heal. So you kind of have to temper what you're doing a little bit. That's what we need. Fire trucks. I'm sure you all hear that. Can you stop by here and put out the fire on these masks? If you don't mind? Lame joke. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. 60 and 67. So the damage is a little uneven, but that's okay. Because I also learned these things don't have a rage mechanic. So you can kill them one at a time without a worry, which is really helpful. But okay, just to sum up what I was saying before, I think that there is a misconception that simply saying that you thought a stage is easy is disrespectful, and I couldn't agree less with that. I think that there's a big difference between saying I thought this stage was easy and mocking other people who are having trouble. But there seems to be a consensus in this community that those two things are one and the same, and I just don't agree with that at all. I think there's a big difference. But that's all I gotta say about that. Because I don't want to fight about any of this. I think it's stupid. That's just me. So, that one is under 50. Let's make the best of this. Actually do a launch where everyone's in there. Beautiful, beautiful. Yes. In retrospect, Diablos was kind of a weird choice. Pandemonium might have been better. Odin might have been better. I kind of just wasn't thinking about it. I just went in with this because I figured, alright, we'll just do some more regen. Because, I mean, Diablos has never been a bad pick for me. I've always liked Diablos, even before the Diablos Divine. With certain comps, I preferred Diablos over Odin. Because I used to run, one team I loved running for a while was Lightning, Vivi, and Kurosame. That team was just, oh man, that team was disgusting. But, especially with the Diablos summon, because you have Vivi doing damage to everybody, so that's triggering the elemental damage up, on top of the HP damage up provided by Kurosame. It was awesome. And again, that's pre-Divine Diablos. Yeah, I'm trying to give an example where I did that. I can think of 3 separate videos where I utilized the Diablos summon for that purpose. That would be the first boss rush. This is all with the same team. The first boss rush, the X-Death Lost Chapter, and what the hell is the third one? The Camelot Lost Chapter. That's right. So, we just triggered more healing right on Ramza's turn. Like, Ramza's kind of taking a beating because of this, so hey, let's get Penelo out here, finally get this healing active. So after this, we have one more round of annoying sap healing, and then we're done with this, and we can just go all in and kill. No more having to time everything perfectly. We can just end this at that point. 41 and 27. Yeah, again, weird damage disparity, but that's okay because they can't move anyways. I haven't really commented much on it, but I mean, look at the work that Arciela is putting in with this fight. And okay, I gotta mention this too. How much did you hear it before Arciela was coming out about how underwhelming she is, about how she's not as good this time around? You can skip her, which I mean, technically, yeah, you can, but look at what she's doing here. This is supposed to be like one of the hardest fights, like everybody prepare, and they are shut down. Aside from this annoying sap that they're doing, they can't touch us. Arciela for the win again. I'm a big fan of her. One of the best investments ever. In fact, everyone on this team is one of the best investments I've ever made. Ramza, Arciela, and Keiss. They're all some of my favorites. Yeah, this is just all in all a really balanced, good, strong team. Plenty of support, plenty of battery. Lots of damage. Lots of ways to just nerf the enemy. This is just a great setup. I like it, if I can say so myself. So it's a weird position because I want to... Again, damage disparity, but we can kind of just toy with them. And no, that's not me calling it easy because you still have to time your stuff properly. Like, you really got to watch that HP silence and where her turn is. See, like right there, I wanted to press the EX so bad, but no, I had to refresh the silence first. Okay, alright. So at this point, we're going to just kill this one on the left and then go absolutely crazy on this one. There we go. The timing's unfortunate because Ramza has to just HP attack to launch. But that's okay. Horrible damage, but the healing's gone. Totally worth it. Again, I want to press it, but no, we need the silence. Just to be safe. Oh, but look what we can set up now. That's one down. You know what? I might have to correct something. They didn't... Okay, I said they didn't have a rage mechanic. They didn't rage here. And I don't know if that's because they have the silence on. I really don't think so. I think they just don't have it, but I haven't checked myself, so... If someone else knows for a fact, let me know, but according to this, it looks like they just don't do it. But I don't know if that's because of Arciela. I really don't think so, though. Speaking of Arciela, here we go! Here we go! Oh, beautiful. Look at you spinning around all helpless and on fire. You can't do anything. We get all the EXs in a row, too. This is awesome. One left. Saving those hero supports really came in handy. Look at you standing there being all useless. Let's just get a little bit more healing before this fight ends. Alright. Bam! So, for those who don't have Paladin Cecil or Gabranth, don't give up hope. This fight is manageable. It's difficult. You need specific stuff. But it's doable without pulling on the current banners. Never forget that. Every fight is. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.